Alright, this is my favorite thing to do once I make all of them. Look at how satisfying that is. Good morning. It's been a while since I last built a personal deck for myself, and these are the commanders that I made in the past that I want to play, but I didn't have time to build a deck for. So I thought I'd do that today. I really want to see this commander in action. Okay, this card is from Edge of Eternity. It's going to be a colorless deck. There's some pretty interesting combo that you can pull off. Definitely that you can one-shot an opponent. Possibly a whole table of player. Is it going to be hard? Yes. Is it going to be entertaining? Yes. Now, before we start printing and making proxies, I have this little cheat sheet that I made with all of the materials that I've tested in the past. Now, I have posted an older video that had a breakdown of different types of proxies that I've tested. So these are basically different materials that yields pretty consistent result, different materials in combination, right? And all of this testing was to try to achieve a consistent thickness that's comparable to the MTG regular cards. You can pause the video right here, take a screenshot, or you can go back and look at that old video. But at core, what proxying really is you want to make these proxies so you can get to play the game, right? If at the end of the day, you're out there making a bunch of proxies, sure, you can make it for the sake of it's fun, it's crafting, you're actually sitting down making something. But for me, at the end of the day, I want to be able to play the game of Magic. And with that, you can come to a decision of what type of proxy you would like, because there's a lot of variety of proxies you can make. I'm not the only one who's done this. People have been doing this for years, right? They've tested different materials, and there's no right and wrong way of making a proxy. Right? There's people who drew on a piece of paper and then put it in front of a land in a sleeve that, whatever works for you. If you see my recent video, I've made a deck for my friend with single-sided foil paper. That's it, no lamination. It was so easy to make because I didn't have to do an extra step of lamination. I just printed them, trimmed them, and I sleeved them. And then they are ready to go. And they look great. I mean, foil, right? I don't know if you can see from there, but I have a printable PDF ready to go. I spent some time in MPC Autofill and made the PDF in proxy.com. So MPC Autofill is basically this place that has very high quality, high resolution of card images that you can pick from. Some of these are really cool. I just want to tell you that they're not necessarily regular MTG images. Some of them are made by actual artists themselves. They just look absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna give you the basic principle. If you wanna see how I did it, you can go look at some of my old videos. I'm gonna share with you the principle of making printable PDFs. And there's many ways to do it, but these are the two primary ways that I would do it. So number one, you want to have a deck list. It can be from anywhere. And I normally use Architect. And I get my deck list. I go to MPC Autofill. I paste in my deck list. I get all of these card images and I go through all of them, finding the ones that I like, exchanging out the ones that I don't. And then I download the XML file from MPC Autofill and I go to proxy.com and I import that file. And then there, I refine my printable PDF in terms of sizing, in terms of the guides, in terms of if there's spacing that I need to adjust, but make my final adjustment in proxy.com the best tool for proxying out there. Then I export from proxy.com a printable PDF, open it with Adobe Acrobat, print through Adobe Acrobat. Before I even hit print, let me check. I have 12 pages. That means I need 12 pieces of paper. 1, 2, And then I would load these paper into my printer. Oh, by the way, so if you want just the foil materials, the double-sided foil paper and single-sided foil paper, we've just added that into a purchasable bundle just with the foil materials, on our website. Now, while the printer is printing, I just want to tell you, this process is exactly the same. You don't even need to own a printer. Okay, for a lot of people, it's probably pretty daunting. You have to buy a printer, buy all of these cutting materials. Actually, you don't need none of that. I've done a video in the past about this, where you can literally take the materials with you, go to a print shop, use their printer, print, and use the trimming tool there to trim it. It's mind-blowing how accessible this thing actually is. I mean, at most, I think what you would need is your materials and one of these corner cutters. And heck, if you want to make a laminated version, they have a laminator at most of the print shop. They can laminate for you. What I'm saying is only a printer being able to make your PDF and cut it at home is a luxury. You do not need this. It's not the essential. You only need the material. And you can go to any print shop, print through their printer, cut with their tool, and laminate with their tool if you want. And get yourself a corner puncher, then you can punch away and then start playing the game of Magic. This step is putting on gloves. Now, you do not have to put on gloves. I would recommend you to put on gloves because you do not want your fingerprint all over your proxies. At least I didn't want that. So yeah, this next step is pretty straightforward. First of all, let me show you guys how beautiful and gorgeous these prints are. And for most people, a corner rounder plus a rotary trimmer will be sufficient to make proxies. If you want to invest in something like this, a die cutter that punches the card out exactly the size, what it's supposed to be, then you can get this thing. And I use this in conjunction with my rotary trimmer. The rotary trimmer workflow is pretty simple. All you need to do is to use any tool that you can use. I use a rotary trimmer to cut strips of my proxies and then use the die cutter to punch them out. Now you see this in every single one of my videos. I recommend you to put on a show, put on a movie, and then you do this whole process in an afternoon where you don't have to worry about anything, right? It's very chill and then very therapeutic. This next thing we need to do is very straightforward, simple. If you're using corner puncher, you actually have to cut the individual proxies out and then clean the corners. But if you're getting a die cutter like this one right here, all you need to do is to insert your strip and then somewhat line up the corners just so that you don't see the green guidelines. For me, it's green because I set it that way on proxy.com, but might be a different color. All you need to do is to line up the corners. And then give it a punch. And there you go. You have a nice foil proxy card right there. So I have just finished trimming all of my proxies. And this is the whole deck right here. I did print an alternative version of my commander, which I'm going to put it into here. So let me just show you. There's two different versions. I think somebody made this one, which I thought was pretty cool looking. So I'm just going to literally place them back to back. And then put them into the mag. And then we're good to go. Look at this. All right. See, I love these special version of lands from Edge of Eternity. They look so beautiful. All right, this is my favorite thing to do once I make all of them, because they're just so consistent, each one of them. Look at how satisfying that is. That's my deck right there. Oh, gorgeous. Can't wait to play with this deck. So this is... Hi, so this is editing Craig right here. I don't know what happened to my microphone at this point of me recording, but basically what I'm doing is I am showing you my deck box, and I'm trying to decide which deck I should retire, and then just kind of, switch them out. By the way, if you really like this deck box, I will link it in the description below. At this point, I put my commander case into the deck box. All the cards go in. Those are the side card. Goes in the back. There I have the first deck that I made for myself this year. By this point, I'm saying thanks to everybody who stayed this far into the video, and I just saying how appreciative that I am to you for your support, for watching these videos, for sending me comments on how you've benefited from all of these techniques that I've shown. I suddenly remember that I'm going to give away a deck at 10K subscribers here on YouTube, and we're well past that point. So that's what we're gonna do in the next video. What you need to do is to subscribe to the channel, and then we're gonna pick one subscriber out. You're gonna send me a deck list, doesn't matter what it is. I'm gonna make a deck for you.